and to the development of Ghana and Africa is not new. After the 1966 coup, intellectuals, including vice chancellors in our universities and so on, gathered books written by Nkrumah and about Nkrumah and burned them in bonfires. They thought about burning Nkrumah's books and books about him, they would manage to betray Nkrumah completely from our history. They failed. After the 1966 coup, all people who were associated with Nkrumah and his dreams, who had worked with Nkrumah, were arrested and imprisoned without charge or trial. And these are people who talk about Preventive Detention Act. Some of those people who were arrested after the coup, detained without charge or trial, include Madame Lucy Enin, one of the very first women parliamentarians in Ghana. She's still alive. Ask people like Auntie Boko, the first tractor driver, woman tractor driver in Ghana, and they will tell you what happened to them. Pregnant women were locked up in detention without trial or charge. They delivered in the prisons. CPP leaders were shot and killed without charge or trial. That's what they did. That is what they did. Look, in 1969, Parliament sat under a certificate of urgency. Parliament sat under a certificate of urgency and banned the printing, possession, and circulation of Nkrumah's photograph. All of us sitting in this studio, you see the montage. If we had done this in 1969, sat under Nkrumah's photograph, we would be in prison. That's the extent to which they went. Look, one of Nkrumah's closest associates, Boy Moses, they caught him, put him in a cage, human being, they put him in a cage, and tied the cage to a truck and drove him through the principal streets of Accra. That's what they did. So what they're doing now is even nothing. Today, that we can meet, we can have a program called Alaji and Alaji, which signature tune is full of praises for Nkrumah, shows that they have been defeated. And we shall continue to defeat them day after day, month after month, year after year. We will defeat them all the time. Nobody can erase Nkrumah's place in our history. Nobody can do that. You know, all that they are doing, changing, moving Founders Day to 4th August, cancelling July 1st as a holiday and so on, all that is like kicking against a rock with your bare feet. The only person who suffers is yourself. You hurt your feet. The rock is there forever. You can't hurt the rock. And in this circumstance, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is the rock. Let them kick against the rock with their bare feet. You see, these are the people who talk about Preventive Detention Act. They should ask themselves how the Preventive Detention Act came into being. These were exploding bombs in stadia. They were killing innocent girls. They were killing school children. They were killing mothers and so on. These were terrorists. You understand? These were the Osama bin Ladens of that era. Bloody murderers. Reckless murderers. Irresponsible murderers who were not willing to play by the game. After attempting to kill Nkrumah, after bombing school children and so on, they were expecting Kwame Nkrumah to carry a bouquet of flowers and give to them and kiss them on both cheeks. It would never happen. It would never happen. Today, they can turn around and said that the Nkrumah government was a one-party dictatorship. Why? Go and read this book by Jack Mahoney, JFK or Deal in Africa. Go and read from page 185 onwards. Their closest ally was President Houphouët-Boigny of La Côte d'Ivoire. Was he presiding over a two-party state? Was he presiding over a multi-party system? The man who gave them the bombs to come and explode in Ghana and so on, the man in whose country they took sanctuary, was one of the worst dictators of Africa, but they had no problems with it because it served their purpose. You understand? It served their purpose. They claim that they overthrew Kwame Nkrumah because Ghana was a one-party state. That's a lie. Master, long before the Declaration of Independence on 6 March 1957, they started their plots to kill Kwame Nkrumah. Read the history. Nkrumah used to stay near the Malata market in Accra with his mother. They bombed the house. When they were bombing Nkrumah's house near the Malata market, was Ghana a one-party state? The first coup d'etat, which was planned by Awate, Aram Ponsa and others, occurred when Ghana was a fully fledged multi-party democracy. Today, they claim that Nkrumah alone could not have founded Ghana and that they were all involved in it. The historical record is there. They sent K.A. Busia to London to go and plead with the British not to go. They shouldn't go. Ghana was not ready for independence. All right? Then the people who were opposed to independence, who sent K.A. Busia to London to go and plead with the British not to grant us independence because we were not ready, want to claim credit for our independence. And it makes me sick and tired of these people. They sit down and they claim that, oh, Aswan Nkrumah was only invited to come and join and so on. That's the biggest lie anybody can tell. Before 1947, 1948, Nkrumah was an icon on the world stage, struggling for the liberation of all of Africa from the yoke of colonialism. Indeed, Nkrumah was the secretary to the 5th Pan-African Congress, which was held in Manchester, which declared that all Africans everywhere needed to be liberated from colonialism and that Africa needed to unite under the banner of socialism. And he did that with Padmore, with Marconi, with Du Bois and others. Nkrumah was already known on the world stage, was active on the world stage. Those UGCC elements were not known beyond Accra, Solpon, and Takoradi. Nkrumah was acting on the world stage. What is this? In any case, when Nkrumah came to Ghana, the UGCC had already been formed. It was a club of elite lawyers and merchants operating in Accra, Solpon, and Sekondi. Within a year, Nkrumah transformed it into the first mass-based political party in Africa, establishing branches all over the country, through Ashanti, through the North, through Volta, everywhere, building a dynamic youth wing, building a dynamic women's wing, linking it up with the workers' struggles and so on. They were asleep before Nkrumah came here. It was Nkrumah who transformed the UGCCC into a mass-based political party. That is why, when in 1949, Nkrumah and the CPP broke away from the UGCC became an empty shell. The first elections in 1951, the CPP won 32 out of 34 seats. The people of Ghana showed who they wanted and rejected those they wanted to reject. All this noise about J.B. Dankwa and so on. My brother, can you believe? J.B. Dankwa never won an election in Ghana. That's even too much. He never won an election in Kibi. Even in his hometown, the people of his own hometown rejected him. He couldn't win an election in Kibi. He was defeated by a people teacher in an election in Kibi. Why? The people made their verdict very clear. The verdict of the people was loud and clear. J.B. Dankwa himself, in 1948, addressed a rally at Swedru with Kwame Nkrumah. The speech is available in the historical record. J.B. Dankwa told the people of Swedru that if all the leaders of the UGCC would betray them, he was sure that as for Kwame Nkrumah, he would never betray them. These are J.B. Dankwa's words. Not my words. These are J.B. Dankwa's words. You understand? Why? Who declared Ghana independent? Who declared Ghana independent? Was it J.B. Dankwa? Was it J.B. Dankwa? You see, you do all these things and you compel people to go back into history and bring the record. Master, go back to history. J.B. Dankwa's proposal for naming Ghana. You know the name J.B. Dankwa proposed? J.B. Dankwa proposed that what we know as Ghana today should be called Akan land. Akan land. Go and check the history. So when we talk about Ghana, don't bring J.B. Dankwa inside at all. Don't waste our years. Don't waste our time. You know, Nkrumah was the founder of Ghana. Whether they like it or not, Nkrumah will remain the founder of Ghana. We shall continue to celebrate 21st September as Founders Day. They can celebrate their 4th August, but we, the people of Ghana, will continue to celebrate 21st September. Do you know why? Because you see, these people, they don't even know their history. Ghana, as we know it today, was put together piece by piece to form Ghana today. In the colonial era, Ashanti, part of the colonial era, Ashanti was not part of modern day Ghana. The northern territories were not part of modern day Ghana. Trans-Togo, Volta Togo, whatever you call it, was not part of modern Ghana. It was the referendum that the Convention People's Party and Nkrumah championed that brought today that part which they say is seceding into Ghana. What was J.B. Dankwa's position? These Dankwa-Busia elements supported Tolimo, which was led by S.G. Anto, who said that that part of the Ghana should not become part of Ghana. How can they be founders of Ghana when they did not want German Togoland to become part of Ghana? And today, German Togoland is part of Ghana. These Dankwa-Busia elements. And if you doubt me, go back into history. When Busia became prime minister, Busia appointed S.G. Anto, the secessionist leader, as Ghana's ambassador to Togo. What else should I say? What else should I say today? The secessionist leader was appointed as Ghana's ambassador to Togo. That's a historical record. And they make so much noise. So much empty noise. Look, the vision of a united Africa, Nkrumah started implementing it. By February 24, 1966, when he was overthrown, Ghana was a confederation with Mali and Guinea. Ghana, Guinea, Mali was a confederation. It was a huge step towards African unity. By the time he was overthrown, he had signed an agreement with Patrice Lumumba of Congo, unifying Ghana and Congo. Unifying Ghana and Congo. So it wasn't just a pipe dream. And then you talk about, he was concentrating too much on the outside. He should have looked inside. We are black people. We are Africans. We are being discriminated everywhere. K.A. Gbedema, as Minister of Finance under Nkrumah, went to the United States of America. They would not allow him to buy coffee in a coffee shop. So the fight against racism was our fight. It wasn't other people's fight. The fight for the independence of African countries was our fight. That was his internationalist commitment. That is why he declared on the eve of Ghana's independence that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of Africa. He did not hide it from us. Today, if you look at French-speaking African states, all their foreign reserves are lodged in the Central Bank of France. When they need money, they go to France and borrow their own money and pay interest on their money. This is what Nkrumah fought against. Is this looking outside or looking inside? Is this looking outside? What would you have done? You would have collaborated with the forces of apartheid, collaborated with the forces of colonialism and so on. And Nkrumah said no to that. He stood his ground and fought them. And I'm so very proud that Ghana had a leader who stood for the liberation of the African everywhere and anywhere. You know, some of you, it's not your fault. You don't know the history. It's not your fault. You would know that by February 24th, the day of the coup, February 24th, 1966, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was a member, card-bearing member of the Convention People's Party. You know how he changed? His father worked for those people. His father was part of those people. You understand? He was on a list of people to be arrested on February 24, 1966. And he told me this story. It's not that I heard the story from somewhere. The current president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, told me the story himself about how he was to be arrested on that day because he was a member of the Convention People's Party. You know how he escaped arrest? Family connection. Because his father was with them, they wangled their way and took his name off the list of those to be arrested. That's how he ended up with the Dankwa Buzia people, and today is your president. If Nkrumah did any wrong, Akufo-Addo was involved. He was a card-bearing member and advocate of Nkrumah. Stop wasting our years. Nkrumah, Nkrumah truly never dies. Nkrumah will be our leader forever because he continued to inspire all Africans engaged in struggle against colonialism in all its manifestations. And nothing, not this government, no future government can change that. 21st September is our Founders' Day and will be our Founders' Day forever.
Thank you.